there is a bit of a specialist spot where X5s and other cars get stone chips, and it's up here just behind the back wheel on this little section here. You can see I've just masked this off. I had actually repaired it. It had been sort of repaired before with just a black texture, I believe, like a Sharpie, and I've just given that a light sand in order to key the surface. You can have a look at my painting and priming videos if you want to learn a bit more about that. And now I've just got some tape, and I'm just going to mask the area off to start with, getting a good line. This bead just here, I'm just creating a line on it. It actually comes around the corner, but I'm not going to paint the whole thing. I'm just going to paint the inside line and leave that edge. I'm going to be very deliberate about not putting the paint on too thick so it doesn't create a big edge. And then because there's an edge there, the eye is going to be less bothered by the new paint. So mask it all up like that to get the edges really good to start with, and then I'll get some paper and mask it onto that tape to make sure there's no overspray goes anywhere near the car. But as I said, it's going to be a very light coat of paint because I don't want to create an edge. If I do, I can give it a bit of a sand, but that's just a whole lot extra work. So I just want to give it a really, really light paint to cover up the bits where the stones have chipped it off. Okay, here we go. I just put on a paper bag and cut a slit in it, and now I've taped it into place so we're all where we need to be with this. It's just one more little bit of tape to go up on the top corner there, and there's a bit of an edge there. I'm going to put another bit of tape on to round that off, and I'll be happy. We'll give it that super light little spray. See how we go. So here we go. That literally is just a couple of squirts of paint, really, really light. I've put it on. So I'm not trying to fill holes or gaps or anything like that because I really don't want that line to come where that tape is there. Here's an alternate method for the other side. The other side is way, way less. So I'm actually going to just in the same way give it a bit of a key up. That'll just give the paint something to stick to, just in those two spots, like that. And where the paint's loose and it's going to come off. And these ones I'm just going to touch, and I'll show you how to touch up just with like a matchstick and the lid of your paint tin. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put just a bit of paint into there. We don't need much, and then we dip the match into that. That's the tail end of the match, and then we're just going to touch this onto these spots. So just a little bit of spray paint into the lid, and then you're basically using it as a very stiff, accurate brush just to put some spots on. And I'm making it a bit hard for the cameraman here, but as we put them on, that should totally disappear. There we go. Perfect job. Just a little bit sprayed into the lid of the can, and a matchstick using the tail end. Perfect for your little touch-up jobs. Black for your blacks, and obviously it works for the touch-up as well. Okay, back to the spray side, and we're just going to take the paper off very gently, wait for it to dry a bit, sort of probably 15 minutes. Take it off, take the tape off. Okay, so there we go. And just looking at that edge, it's not out in the bright sunlight, but you can see that is not noticeable. If you come past it, now there's no stone chips noticeable, but also there's no edge noticeable. So very, very happy with that. Good job. And quickly around the other side. And again. Lovely. That's the one I just touched up with the matchstick. They're both looking great. Job done. Well done.